All right, so now we're going to take a look at the quick ribbon inside of ProDemand. The quick ribbon is this here, as you can see. It's what I like to call it. And it is designed to get you information quicker than having to go into the service manual or even looking it up in the search bar up here. It does make it a lot easier when you get used to all of the buttons inside of here. So the first button that is here is the technical bulletins. Obviously, most of you already know what that is, but if you click on it, then you're going to be able to see all the TSBs here, as well as recalls here, and you can even search them here if you were looking for something specific to what you thought might be wrong with the vehicle. Once you select into it, then you get the number, you click it again, and then you have the TSB here. The next one is common specs and procedures. This is one you should get used to what is going to be available to you on this one. I get calls from shops and technicians are looking for information, and then they are overlooking this button and they're digging in the program and it's just taking them a long time. And then I'll tell them, well, click that button and then scroll down, and they'll usually see things like the drive belt. So you got the order, replacement, installation procedures, a common one. You'll see firing order in here, compression, overhaul. As you come down here a little bit further, fuel system, fuel pressure. You can see on some of these, there you go, your firing order, and you can click on it over here as to what the firing order is. So I recommend you just click on it, get used to what's going to be inside your common specs and procedures button. The next button here is ADAS, Advanced Driver Assisted Systems. This is going to be, as you can see here, your blind spot mirror information, your camera information. You can select this and it'll take you into the information about it. Over here you can see if it would need calibration. Ideally you want to check just to make sure you price it out properly. Over here you can see if you need any tools or if you're going to need a scan tool. If we're going to go with this, I can click on it. And now we're back to those rectangles that you may have seen earlier in the demonstration, and you go through these rectangles looking for like OEM testing, component testing, connector view. These amount of boxes will vary depending upon what you're looking for. Fluid capacities, that one has made a big game change for a lot of customers coming from other systems. If you see here, it's all on one screen, and you can see type, application, the different amount, and any notes about it. This is real simple, easy to just see what you're looking for. And if you need to, you just print it off. You just hit this little printer and then choose print from there. The tire information and lifting points. So you're going to be able to see if you select any of these blue hyperlinks, it'll take you down to that section. And then you can go through the TPMS reset procedures. So this is a real important one to get used to, because if you are seeing an indicator lights and you're not sure which one it is, this could be the answer, of course, in how to reset it without having to go into your tool. This will make it a lot easier. Also, the lifting points with the newer cars, making sure you lift it in the right spot so you don't snap anything or break anything. Your technician can come in here and click on that. Now, reset procedures. This is another one that you're going to want to make sure you're used to. It's going to save you from looking inside the manuals or typing in where you think the reset procedure would be. So on this vehicle, you can see we have a diesel fuel filter replacement reminder, maintenance service reminder, timing belt replacement reminder. So this vehicle has quite a few. And if you select this little plus here, then it breaks it down a little bit further until you finally get to what you're looking for. And you select that hyperlink and it'll drop you down to where it's at in this section. Your DTC Index is going to just list, it looks a little different depending upon the vehicle you're in. In this case, it's breaking it down by system, and then you can see DTC for that system and what it means over here. Since these are hyperlinked, I can click on them and it's bringing me, adding these breadcrumbs up here and then letting me go into it more and more to see that DTC. And then anything that's hyperlinked as I select it, as you can see up here, it's continuing to just leave the breadcrumbs. So you can continue to dig in deeper and deeper, and it'll just keep adding these breadcrumbs as you go through looking for whatever it is you're looking for on that DTC. Wiring diagrams, you can come in here and look at some of these other ones in here and get used to how those work as well. The ones that I think customers seem to look at the most is the system wiring diagrams. From here you can choose which system you want. And then you can see there's 1 of 2, 2 of 2, and I can just scroll through and look at these here. Now when you open a diagram, the way you know you can actually highlight and circle things on here is you'll have this over here. And so if I want to zoom in, now I can see the line, I can highlight it individually, or I could select this module here. You see how it turned from a pointer to a hand? Now it automatically highlighted all the wires coming out of this component and where they go. Now in this example, you see the wire comes back and goes in here. Now if I want to learn more about this, I can just see this blue hyperlink. Wherever you see that, instead of clicking on the component, you click here. And now over here on the left, it opened up a little pop out. And these are the same thing as those rectangles that you would have seen throughout the demo. And these are the same exact information. It just saves you from having to leave the diagram. So let's take a look at this here. So without leaving the diagram, I can now see the connector and all the information down here. Scroll down a little bit further. Here's the pins and everything. And you can do that for any one of these here. And once you close it, again, you haven't left the diagram. So this is going to save you and your technician a ton of time from having to write down everywhere where it goes and then back all the way out to look back in again. A couple of more things about over here. This is where you zoom in and zoom out. This is where you can see resizing it. This is where it'll show or hide wires. And what it actually does is it dims the wires that you didn't highlight, so that when you look at it printed, it'll look a lot nicer. If you choose print here, then you're going to see these are more bold than these. I got black and white, or I can unselect that and choose color. All right, the next one is component locations. Now we're going to take a look here at powertrain component views. And then you can go through and you'll know what you're looking for, but we'll take a look here. And as you can see, it's giving me the information, and then below it, the exploded diagram with the numbers here, with what goes in here. And if I select it, I can get the full screen, which I can print. Now, component tests. As you can see, it's showing you the different systems that you can choose. I went ABS, electronic brake control module, and then it gives me that very simple one here. If I go back, I can do wheel speed sensors. Gives me this here. And the last one on the ribbon is the service manual. If I select it, it's actually going to switch the module as if I was to come over here and choose service manual. It's the same thing as clicking here. And then the service manual works a little bit different as far as there's no search like the one search other than this keyword search. But instead of using that, you could just select here. As long as you see the plus sign, there's more to be there beneath it. Once you select it, this tray goes out of the way, and then you can again see the plus signs and go into it in more detail from there. So that's a little bit how to navigate the quick search bar, and as well as a little bit of the service manual in the ProDemand.